The broadcast is live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Namaskar, good evening. I, Rudhir Bhalla from Wealthy Walls, along with very enterprising and eminent speaker, Major General Sahijpal, welcome our viewers in Series 3 of Live Chat. In our previous two live chat discussions, Sir had profoundly and candidly shared his insights on very pertinent and practical aspects like challenges and opportunities for buyers ahead in these COVID times. Sir's advice to buyers on factors to be considered while buying a home, in these specific times was really pragmatic and useful. And today also we are going to ask his views on connectivities and essence of real estate consultancy. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Rudhir, thank you very much. And I
Yeah,
also wish to take this opportunity to wish a wonderful evening to all our viewers
yeah,
and extend my gratitude to them for having given us such a wonderful response. And it's the
right.
warmth of the response that keeps us going.
Great.
What I'd like to add before we start today's session is the fact that so far, mostly our interactions have been very Gurgaon specific. But for a few
Correct.
aspects regarding the financial package by the finance minister, most of it has been Gurgaon projects and Gurgaon terrain. And
Right.
similarly, as an extension, may I add that today's coverage is also going to be mainly related to Gurgaon and Gurgaon terrain features. Over to
Correct.
you,
Correct.
Rudhir. Please go ahead.
Correct. In fact, sir, I'll take a moment here to, add one thing is to thank our viewers for their vivid responses. Just to update, sir, our previous live chat was viewed by more than 2,000 people. I mean, it's really, really, yeah, it's really, really heartening, inspiring, and this is the very reason for this particular live chat. So, with this, sir, I would like to move to you with volley of questions. Over to you, sir. If you allow, I can have first question being asked to you.
Kindly go ahead.
Great, great. Sir, my first question is, as they say, connecting up is getting up, and connectivity of mind and action drives growth, and same applies to roads also. So, in this context, please brief us on major upcoming connectivities of Gurgaon as per master plan and how these will drive growth in the region. So, if you can throw some light on this, sir.
Surely, Rudhir. We had in our earlier chat we had covered the SPR, the NPR, that is Dwarka Expressway.
Right.
This time, our focus is going to be very sharp on the golf course extension road and
Yeah.
going further on to SPR. We'll also be covering a few linkages. And thereafter, the southern Gurgaon, which is the
Yeah.
Sona Road, we'll actually cover that adequately. And to begin with, actually, if you permit, let me start with the golf course extension road.
Yeah, I'll just draw the, I'll just, have the master plan in front of you so that we can be specific on our discussion.
Sure.
So, sir, for your reference, this is master plan 2031 of Gurgaon. If you can take us on this master plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Master Plan 2031 of Gurgaon actually was derived after the old Gurgaon, that is Sector 1 to Sector 23A, had been completed. And then thereafter, south of the National Highway up to Sector 57, which had been inhabited, is the
Correct.
Gurgaon actually that for which all the planning by the MCG has been continuing. The
Right.
new sector in the Master Plan 2031, the one which is of eminent concern to us,
Right.
is from Sector 58 to Sector 115.
Mhm.
In today's discussion, we will be primarily focusing on the Golf Course Extension Road
Okay.
and the NPR and the Sona Road. Coming to Golf Course Extension Road, as the name suggests, the Golf Course Road is the most prime address in Gurgaon, and the road
True.
that extends from golf course is automatically known as Golf Course Extension Road. It starts
Yeah.
from Sector 58, where Golf Course Road ends at Sector 58 at the
Right.
intersection of 56 and 57. Golf course extension road is approximately 6.5 kilometers, and
Okay.
it starts from sector 58 and goes up to Vatika Chowk, also known as Badshah Chowk.
Yeah,
This
Vatika Chowk
is,
or Basta.
as I mentioned, 6.5 kilometers.
Mhm.
Presently, the formation of this road is 90 meters wide, and eventually it's going to be extended to 120 meters wide. If I
Okay.
may take you from, if I may take you from 68 and move towards Vatika, you will
Okay.
notice areas to the north of the extension road are the sectors 57, which has already been developed, and areas to the south, uh, 62, 65, and so on, other ones which are under development.
So are you
The
referring to these yellow colored ones, sir? Are
Yeah,
you referring to yellow colored ones? Okay.
Rudhir, yellow colored sectors, these are the residential properties being developed.
Ah,
And along
okay.
the road, wherever you see the blue colors,
Okay.
this is the commercial allocation of the road
Yeah.
land. So as you will see that on this road, there are major players who have got close to 1,000 acres of land. There is
Oh,
IREO, there is M3M, there is Pioneer Park, there are
right.
EMR, and at the end of it, Vatika we are not covering because Vatika had already been constructed in the earlier development. So these are the
Right.
developments that are taking place here,
Hmm.
and major activities by way of residential and commercial is taking place along these roads, even as on today.
Correct.
The Besides the residential and the commercial, this road has also got two of the most prominent schools, that is St. Xavier's and DPS, which are
Yeah.
located on this road. The
Right.
other relevance of Golf Course Extension Road is that when you're coming from New Gurgaon, coming to Golf Course, from here you can go straight to Patodi Road and go to South Delhi. It provides accessibility to that, and
Right.
accessibility from this part of Gurgaon to the Golf Course Road is but obvious.
Right.
So this is as far as Golf Course Extension Road is concerned. Right. Uh, if I may now take you beyond golf course, that is the Vatika Chowk or
Yes,
Bacha,
please. Yeah.
and take you towards the NH, National Highway.
Okay.
Also,
Okay. Okay.
extension and continuation of Golf Course Extension Road,
Hmm.
but it is also known as SPR, that is the Southern Peripheral Road. This is presently 120 meters wide corridor, which is planned
Okay.
to be extended to 150 meters wide corridor.
Right.
Along this road, this will be again approximately 6.5 kilometers. The total
Okay.
distance of the golf course extension road to National Highway is approximately 13 kilometers.
Right.
And along this road, again there are yellow and blue marked areas.
Right.
Towards the end of the road, when you reach towards 74A, 75A, you find more and more blue, which is indicative of the
Yeah.
fact that a large number of commercial projects are planned to be launched here. Along
Correct.
the way, along the way, we have a number of projects by M3M. Then there are residential projects by Tata's. Again, EMR with
Yeah.
those developments, and we go to 74A, 75A. In
Okay.
74A, as per the information available, we had read that 9 acres of land had been purchased by American Express,
Yeah.
and
That's true. That's true.
for
Yeah.
a price of approximately 300 crores, which again suggests that a large number of commercial activities are taking place in this area, and a lot more is planned actually to come up in this general area.
Right.
The other
Right.
thing about the SPR I'd like to draw our attention of our viewers is that this road extends and then moves towards sectors 78 and 79. The total
Okay.
extension road distance is about 3.5 kilometers. This part being only 1.5 kilometers distance. The
Okay.
significance of this link road is that it takes us to 78 and 79 sectors, where number
Right.
of residential projects are under execution and many more are planned. And the other thing is that in 78, 79, there are the golf courses. There are three major golf course destinations actually, which are existing in this area, around which these
Okay.
residential properties are going to be coming up. And let me just recollect. There is a Hassanpur area which has got the ITC Bharat. There are three golf courses actually under that flag,
Okay. Hmm.
and that's close to 79A. Then in
Hmm.
sector 80, we've got Karma Lake, 9 holes boutique golf course that's already
Okay.
operational. And then we have Holding uh, around 18-hole golf course that is
Okay.
again in sector 78. The other important information that I'd like to share with you all is that the residential areas with residential products which are being allocated here are going to be that of low density, which means you have large number of houses with less dense population. So these will be
Okay.
nice open areas. And the moment this link gets completed, then
Yeah.
straight from the SPR, we will actually be launching ourselves into 78, 79 in the vicinity
Hmm.
of this golf course and in these open areas. And this will become a very sought after destination. Then
Okay.
I
Okay.
will bring you back again for a minute back to sector 74, 75A, where there
Okay,
is a
sir.
clover leaf flyover that is being planned. The
Hmm.
SPR will then get connected along the cloverleaf with the national highway, that is NH8.
Hmm.
Once we cross NH8 on the other side, it will take us to CPR, that is the Central Peripheral Road, which then
Yeah.
gets connected to the multi-utility corridor, which takes us along that corridor, takes us all the way to Manesar, IMT
Yeah.
Manesar. And instead of turning towards IMT Manesar, if we take Dwarka Expressway, then it takes us along Dwarka Expressway to the airfield. So it
Yeah.
provides connectivity. The SPR then provides connectivity to the national highway, to IMT Manesar, and to the airport.
Okay. Okay.
This is as far as SPR is concerned.
Sir, alongside, give very briefly also touch upon, if possible, the fate of Sona Road. Probably what is going to happen for Sona Road.
Rudhir, Sona Road, if we talk about, I would like to cover Sona Road starting from the Rajiv Chowk, let's say.
Yeah.
Uh, and then it comes along Subhash Chowk, and then it runs through where the actual Sona Road is, where all the settlements are, quite a few of them are being dismantled and the road is being widened, and
Right.
takes you all the way to IMT Manesar. The stretch
Ah.
that I would like you to consider is 22 kilometers.
Okay.
Entire length of the road is being developed to, on an average, to form a carriageway of 6 lane width. Along this
Okay.
carriageway, this is going to be entirely signal-free road on the
Hmm.
lines of what we see on the golf course road. And the signal-free negotiation is going to be provided by way of underpasses mostly and flyovers in some places. So with the help of flyovers and underpasses, this 6 lane road, 22 kilometers, is going to go all the way up to Sona. And
Okay.
with such an important corridor, and this is the place where now maximum area is going to be available for further developments.
Yeah.
And
True. True.
without my saying, you will realize that on both sides of this road, there are going to be large number of residential areas which are planned. Quite a few are under execution. And
Okay.
by the same token, there are commercial projects which are planned on both sides.
Hmm.
And some of the important, like Kumar Mangalam and GD Goenka universities, these are
Right.
important academic destinations which are already existing in these places.
Right.
Point that I'd like to add is that I think the main purpose of extending this road to these specifications is that we want to provide an access to IMT Sona. IMT Sona,
Right.
we may add, is going to be twice as big as IMT Manesar. and it is
Okay.
IMT Sona where which is going to be a large revenue generator for Haryana government. That's why the government of Haryana is putting so much resources and so much emphasis and
Right.
attention on this road. So that's as far as Sona Road is concerned.
Right. So I believe that's quite assimilating, and I'm sure with the master plan in front, that can really give us a lot of ideas of the practical insights. Thanks for that, this assimilating kind of an information, sir. So it leads to my next question, which is more on the emotional part. As they say, buying home for anyone is a matter of three things, which is pride, fear, and emotion. And consultancy can play an important role in this particular sentence, which I just read out. What are your views on this particular question, sir?
I completely agree with you. Uh, Unlike the normal purchases that a person makes, buying a residential property or investing in a commercial property is
Right.
some of the very major decisions that a person makes.
Very
And
true.
whether at the beginning of their career or at the fag end of their career when they are moving, selecting a house, as you said very rightly, it's a very emotional kind of a decision. Uh, so
Right.
uh, it stands to reason for that client to come and tend to lean on a consultant uh, to be able to arrive at the correct decision and the speedy decision. So, what
Right.
kind of consultant would you like to be interacting with? That's the question I visualize that you are seeking to get an answer to from me. The
True.
first and foremost thing, if I were the client, what I would like to the attribute uh, in in my consultant is the integrity. I would like to be
Yeah.
absolutely sure that I am not being taken for a ride by
Yeah.
anybody. This consultant should also have knowledge about the real estate properties in this area. He should have reasonably good networking with all the projects that are taking place here, so that when he hears my
Hmm.
requirement, he's able to straight away link up and say, all right, this is what is best suited for my requirements in terms of budget and my locational preferences.
Right.
Whenever you're talking to any consultant, uh, at least I would like to talk to somebody who's well groomed, who's got decent communication skills, who can understand what I'm telling him, I can understand what he's telling me, and then on my behalf, he's going to interact in the market. He's able to convey my thoughts and ideas effectively.
Right.
This gentleman should obviously, till the time my project gets completed, he should carry that enthusiasm. He should be responsive, so that at whatever stage
Yeah.
I wish to share my fears or my concerns or my preferences with him, he should straight away be willing to listen and respond to those requirements. That's the attribute. Then
Okay.
there is a lot of documentation, as you are aware and I am aware, actually, that goes into it. One in examining and checking the documents, and the other is later on filling forms and so on. He should be familiar with that
Right.
entire. And when we come across a consultant like that with this kind of integrity, responsiveness, uh, and communication skills, and so on, he's the kind of consultant who will be getting repeated business. And through me and through other clients like me, he will get a lot
Yeah.
of referral business. Actually, the more and more people will actually keep coming to him. So
Correct.
that's those are the attributes I would like to see in a consultant that I wish to go to. Yeah, I hope that
Okay.
answers the question.
Yeah, that was quite a profound, sir. Great, sir. This concludes our discussion on what matters the most as a customer. And thank you all for watching this. We look forward to your feedback and suggestion on this show. And it always encourages us enormously. But before I sign off, before sir signs off, I would request for your closing remarks, sir. Today, this show, I want you to conclude from your own remarks. So if you could just bring out those closing remarks.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. In fact,
Yeah.
what I would like to uh, say here that
Yeah.
it's encouraging to see your response, but it'll be
Yeah.
even more encouraging now if we, through your feedbacks, we get to see what are your concerns, what are the areas specifically that you would like us to cover in our
Right.
interaction from next time onwards. Because once we know what excites you is what's going to excite us, and then
True.
Rudhir and I then promise that we'll come back with renewed and redoubled enthusiasm to come back
Yeah.
and cover those issues and share that information with you. Thank you
Great.
very much.
Great.
Have a wonderful week and great good evening to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all, and bye bye for good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.